Hey y'all, spiritual whistleblower here, promoting, and pushing. I will be doing a podcast taping this Friday alongside Dr. Jody Lorman. The podcast is called Why Complain When You Could Just Whine. There's also two other co-hosts, Ashley Page and Heather McClure. One is a therapist, and the other young lady, I believe she's a domestic violence survivor and a founder of a organization for DV victims and survivors. So I will be on there this Friday. The flyer will go up today, so check my community board for the flyer for details, and I will stream from all my platforms, TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube. Dr. Jody Lorman is a licensed clinical psychologist. She's retired now, but she worked in the prison system for many years. She has diagnosed, treated all these violent, felons, the rapists, the pedos, the psychopaths, and she can tell you information that will save your life. She will, help. This is where I take information from, because I need to know these types of men. I need to be able to spot them a mile away before they can even come into my space and say, hello, miss. I want to see them coming from a mile away. And I want you ladies to be equipped with this information and stop running to all these fake ass YouTube content creators that are exploiting the whole narcissism trend just to get your super chat donations. Okay, so look for the flyer. I will be posting it today. Check my community board for all the details. I cannot wait till Friday. Thursday, I will be going live from my YouTube page, and check for that notification, because there's a nasty rumor that the reason that I don't do super chat or monetize my YouTube channel, and I haven't been on YouTube for over half a year. I've been gone for a while. I just popped up recently. I've been out here living life, vacation, and enjoying my life, and I popped back up, and everybody's always watching SWB. Motherfuckers is stalking me like white on rice. They've been stalking me last year. They stalked me the year before, because every time I open my mouth, I bring the motherfucking heat. Okay? And I look good doing it. That's why I come on here dressed down, looking a hot mess, because when I clean up, I shit on bitches unapologetically. But anyway, motherfuckers is stalking the shit out of my page, as always, as expected, because I'm fabulous and I'm anointed. So there's a nasty rumor that that YouTube disabled my ability to monetize my channel. And, to shut down that rumor, number one, I did two videos back in 2021 when I disabled my channel. YouTube did not disable anything, sweetie. I know they want that to be so true, because they're mad that I outed their scamming. They scam innocent victims on the super chat. A lot of them won't even acknowledge you on the super chat unless you donate. Kevin Samuels would not. I'm going to tell you this. If you watch Kevin Samuels, he'll sit on his fucking YouTube live for 2 and 3 hours. He would not start his fucking sermon. He would not start talking to his followers. He said, listen, y'all need to come out your pockets. I'm not talking till y'all start donating. So that's what these motherfucking scammers do. And they use narcissism, and they prey on us poor victims that had already been through enough trauma. They want your money. So they lied and said that the reason that I can't monetize is because YouTube disabled it. That's a goddamn lie. I disabled it because every time I would try to go live, the fucking trolls would crash my fucking lives. So therefore, my followers and subscribers could not focus on the lessons and my messages, because they were fucking trolled. They trolled my moderators. They was disrupting my lives, and they did not want me to make any money. So I did a couple, and I said, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm intelligent. Let me just put all this knowledge in a book. I wrote 9 books. And they're doing well. One book went super viral all over Facebook. It did. Somebody shared it, and it did over 60,000 shares. Word of mouth is pumping my content out. Word of mouth has been working excellent for me. I'm nearly at 500,000 followers on TikTok, and my books and stuff. All the promo is doing great on TikTok. I'm good. My life coaching is doing good. So I've done pretty well for myself over the last 2 years without the use of super chat. But, since a bitch is salty, because I called her monkey ass out, she wants to lie and spread a rumor that YouTube disabled my ability to monetize. So no, I disable my super chat. So just to shut the trifling bitch down and her whole narc harem of the network of flying monkeys that enable her fuck shit, I will be going live this Thursday and we will be monetizing. Super chat will be lit, and every donation that y'all send me, I will turn it over to charity. Okay? And then I'm going to disable it again. I just want to shut these salty ass bitches up lying on my fucking name and mad that I can get money. Tummy tuck money too. I can get money. I didn't need super chat to get my pockets up, but bitches hating on that too. Since I'm so broke and I'm on EBT and SNAP benefits, living in the hood with my ghetto ass, I can't afford nothing and I'm trashy. Well, bitch, them coins is stacking. I got my tummy tuck, bitch. Okay, that shit costs money. Where are your coins at? Can you afford plastic surgery, biatch? Disable your super chat and get your coins up, biatch, and stop hating on a biatch. So I'll see y'all Thursday. I'm gonna go live, and I will enable my super chat to shut these monkey ass hoes up. Friday is the podcast, and bitch, I'll be in LA this motherfucking weekend. I want to talk about classism. This is a perfect segue. I want to talk about the narcissists, specifically Black men and women in this community. Y'all, I'm about to take y'all discernment up another notch. I'm opening that third eye. Let's take it up another notch. So there's many ways, I can identify Black men and women when they're narcissistic and trifling, because they have overinflated egos and they sit on their imaginary pedestals and they're very cognizant and they talk down to those of us who are not narcissistic. So I'll give an example. Motherfuckers is talking about where I live, public housing, and I'm hood and I live in the hood and I'm ghetto and I'm all these things. Well, by them talking down on my demographics, let me explain something, how that exposes their narcissism. What they're doing is classism. What is classism? Classism is basing somebody's values based on their demographic, their socioeconomic, where they live, all of that. Judging people based on where they live and their environment, which is so motherfucking ignorant, bitch. Because we can look at a lot of celebrities today. Let me give you an example. Tyler Perry, who slept in the back of his fucking car. Missy Elliott, who was sleeping on the sidewalk, homeless, bitch, didn't have a roof over her head, sleeping on the motherfucking concrete. A lot of celebrities were homeless. A lot of celebrities slept in hotel rooms. You got to watch how you talk down to people when you feel you're superior over everybody. Spiritual whistleblower is a bum living in the hood, in the projects, public housing. And spiritual whistleblower is working on a doctorate's, bitch. Match it. Where are your motherfucking credentials, biatch? Let me tell you something about New York City public housing, because it's so much ignorance and misinformation being spread. New York City, first of all, the cost of living is astronomical. We are in the midst right now. We're fighting with our mayor, Eric Adams, because the landlords are constantly raising the rent. It is incredibly expensive to live in New York City. A lot of people, there are waiting lists, 10, 20-year waiting lists to get low-income housing in New York. People are fighting to get low-income housing in New York City. So when they call you and pull you off the waiting list to let you know, hey, we got an apartment, it may not be the best, but it's low income, it's like a golden ticket to people here. Okay? Because the rents are astronomical. A studio apartment, $3,000, $2,000, $2,500, $3,000, some. We're not going to go there about the rent here. And public housing, in specifically New York City's public housing, is different from everybody else's. You cannot compare everybody else's public housing to New York City. We're a different beast. It's a whole different category, because there are professional working people living in public housing, living in the projects, police officers, teachers, professionals, people making six figures that live and all the buildings. See, this is the ignorant perception, all of the buildings that are, projects, let's just use Manhattan. There are beautiful neighborhoods in Manhattan. The rich people live in the Upper East Side and they live in the Upper West Side. And guess what? There's projects scattered all in the rich neighborhoods. So you're living in the projects, and the moment you step out of your building, you're surrounded by mansions in the Upper East Side. You're facing Central Park, the bougie park of New York City. Your whole neighborhood is bougie, even though you live in a public housing building. So does that mean that you're a piece of trash just because your building is classified as public housing, even though you live in a fancy neighborhood? See, the ignorance, you got to watch people that talk down on others based on where they fucking live. It's ignorant as fuck. It's ignorant as fuck, and it exposes the narcissism. Classism is a byproduct of narcissism. When someone is classist, it means they sit on their imaginary pedestal and talk down to people who they believe have less value, less money than them. Okay? So, by the way, Jay-Z, when Jay-Z was breaking his first album and he was making millions of dollars selling cocaine, guess where he was living? Brooklyn Marcy Projects. See, all money does not have to be announced. You don't have to wear designer clothes. You can walk around just like a bum like the Jews do, and nobody will never know that you're walking around a millionaire. But see, that's the problem with black people and why narcissism is so high and it's so undiagnosed in our community, because we're caught up with perception. You have no value unless you're wearing designer clothes. You have no value if you live in a bum ass neighborhood in public housing, low income housing. You're a bum. It's all about the facade and the perception, because our community is flooded with narcissists who think they're better than everybody, and they have overinflated fucking egos. They expose them. When people talk like that, they expose themselves for the pieces of shit that they are, talking down on others. There are a lot of educated people that live in public housing, low income housing, and right now they're using their time in public housing to stack their money quietly under the table. They have 5, 6, 7 hustles on the side, and they're saving and stacking and flipping their money so that they can prepare to get out the hood. Does that make them any less value? No, it makes the person making the accusations a fucking bum ass, low class, fucking hypocrite. And that act, a lot of these people act like, this is how I know they don't believe in God, because if you believe in God, you would never talk like that, because you could have money and be blessed in abundance today, and God will snatch your shit tomorrow, and your ass will be fucking homeless, talking down on others like you can't get motherfucking touched. Ladies and gentlemen, when you see somebody expressing classism, they're exposing their narcissism. Classism is a byproduct of narcissism. And black people are racist against each other. That is called colorism. We have quite a few colorists, especially black women who are narcissistic. If they're light skinned, they talk down on dark skinned women. If they're dark skinned, they talk down on light skinned women. If your baby is too dark, they'll talk about the color of your baby's skin and the texture your baby got nappy hair. That is a sign of a black female narcissist. She is a colorist. I'll do a separate video about that. But in this video, I am exposing classism. When you hear a black male or female talk down on somebody because they live in a poor neighborhood or they live in low income housing, that is classism, and that is a byproduct of narcissism. Y'all have a blessed day. I'm going to keep coming with these videos. I'm going to keep my motherfucking foot on motherfuckers' necks. It's nothing they can do to shut my mouth. It's nothing, okay? I love you guys. Catch me this Friday. I'm pushing and promoting the podcast. See y'all this Friday. Spiritual Whistleblower. God bless you.